Hello, my name is Tamara Toy, and this is my video on computers in education. Before we had computers in the classroom, there was various methods that were used over time. We had everything from wooden paddles with printed lessons on it. Slide projectors, chalkboard, and pencils came in use around the turn of the century. Radio afforded the first remote classroom. Overhead projectors in 1930, videotapes made into the classroom in 1951, photocopiers in 1959 allowed for uh, mass production of material for the classroom. Calculators and scantrons came in use in 1972, and the first portable computer came into use in 1981. Some of these aren't just in direct benefit for the students. Some of it was more for the teachers, like scantrons and photocopiers. Today, computers in the classroom afford for access to online learning. It also gives us access to more resources. It's easier to research through databases. It gives a higher ability to contribute because of discussion boards. People with busy schedules can still participate in discussions. It allows for real-time assessment of the student. At any given time, a teacher or instructor can see exactly how a student is progressing. This all saves educators time. There's auto grading. There is a lot of things that just streamline the education process. It also affords for better access for some people with disabilities. Like online courses, they allow people that may not be able to physically be in a classroom, or somebody who's maybe like hearing impaired. It also supports different types of learning methods. Computers, if you are a person that is more a visual learner, or it can adapt, and for somebody who's maybe more of a hands-on learner. This helps keep students more engaged in the material that they're learning. And also, we're getting to some standards require the use of computers, like Common Core really does demand the knowledge and use of computers. And it also helps expose students to technology. Living in a technological age, it's important that students are used to utilizing what computers can do for us. So when it comes to the future, it is challenging the structure of the classroom. It allows for much more flexibility, and it doesn't have to be such a rigid setup. There's use of artificial intelligence in the classroom that is in use and being developed. There is like a digital tutor or a coach and that can programs that can be used to help that may help steer the student in the right direction and doesn't take direct input from the educator, so it actually helps free up their time. It also affords for higher student responsibility, uh, and there's also more adaptive software that helps if you're progressing in an area, it can progress with you, so it keeps you challenged. It also helps contribute a building for a lifelong learning situation where we're moving from where society, if instead of going for, say, a bachelor's degree, as your life changes and you need more education, it's easier to access this education. And also, augmented reality and virtual reality are being more developed towards the classroom. It affords students to be able to actually experience maybe a part of history or in science. There's a lot of applications that is being built too that we can see more of in the future. So as a conclusion, computers have really changed how the classroom operates. It's not so much of drawing on the blackboard and talking to the students. It is more of a applied type of learning. These changes can really allow for a lot of benefits as far as what students can be taught, ensuring that they actually grasp the knowledge, and maybe even better testing methods. Um, Everybody, young and old, have a greater access to educational resources. It's easy for A child can get on programs, school-age child can get on programs to help with their math. Somebody who has a family and is working outside the home can still progress with their career education online easily. This also allows for teachers to have more resources and more time because they can utilize databases and all sorts of programs to keep up with records. And all these trends are still changing and will continue to challenge and change the classroom. Because as technology evolves, there'll be a greater need for computers to be used in education and a greater exposure to students so they're more comfortable and more knowledgeable when they graduate either high school or college. So that is my video on computers. Those are my references. And thank you and have a great day.